Mr. President, on climate change, as the world prepares for COP27, despite the rallying efforts of global communities, including pledges under the Paris Agreement to cut emissions level, the world still remains on fire, Mr. President. This is further compounded by destructive floods and rising sea levels. And let me pass Papua New Guinea's sympathies to the victims of the flood in Pakistan. These effects on our coastal communities include displacement of many and loss of identity as a people, and in my own country and across the Pacific region and beyond, the carbon emission level continues to cause destruction, and the destructive spiral is getting out of control. We cannot and must not allow this to continue, Mr. President, and I again reiterate my call I made last year to this August hall. My country, as one of the largest standing pristine tropical rainforests of the world, is one of the few, if I could repeat, one of the few carbon-positive countries of the world. We remove more carbon than we emit. Over the past 5 years or so, we have reduced our national forest emission by 53%. This totals over 75 million tons of United Nations verified REED plus credits that will be on the market by the end of this year. My government has adopted our Climate Management Act, and this year we have set in place our nationally determined contribution regulation. We now have the legislation needed to implement the Paris Agreement. We have also endorsed our nationally determined contributions implementation plan and the NDC electricity roadmap and the agriculture, forestry, and other land use NCD roadmaps. We are also drafting our first electric vehicle policy and working towards endorsing our national adaptation plan. It is, however, despite small countries like Papua New Guinea who don't have many or big carbon footprints, it is, however, disheartening to note that despite our proactive national efforts to implement our Paris Agreement commitment, we seem to be getting the raw end of the deal all the time. We have done our part. We have had little support from the global north, including our submissions to the Green Climate Fund. We have not, however, lost all hope, despite the fact that the REED Plus and the forest nations were almost forgotten in the Glasgow conversations. We cannot be placated by toothless pledges anymore.